Albert here. This is pass breakdown from Denver Supercross 2022. Decided to do a pass breakdown this time, just try to talk about relatable passes that you guys could implement into your riding and racing, and maybe just straight up just say which passes I think are dirty, which passes I think are clean. We have a really busy next couple months at the Moto Academy. Check out tour.themotoacademy.com to check out all of our tour dates. We've been adding dates to the schedule like crazy. We've also been taking classes that were sold out, opening up 5 or 6 more spots. And what we're doing is we're paying a high profile privateer guy to come in and make that money from the extra 5 or 6 spots, and then to also just help the class, obviously, for the whole day. So we have Henry Miller, Ben LeMay, Cade Clayson. We have Dominic Theory, who's coming to do the 2 Tomahawk classes, which is my home track, that have both been sold out for a while. So keep your eyes peeled. Both of those Tomahawk ones are back open with a couple more spots. I'll be in Tennessee May 24th and 25th, Jamestown, Tennessee at R3 Motorworks. Check that one out. That track's amazing, professionally built place. Some of the best dirt I've ever seen. Then May 28th, we have Bogey Brothers MX in Vermont. So if you guys are up in New Hampshire, Vermont area, check that one out. May 31st, we're at 10th Street MX in Long Island. So if you're in the New York area, that's a really cool one. Then the rest of that month, I'll be in Iceland, Utah, Ohio, and Illinois. So check out the schedule. Like I said, we're bouncing around everywhere. I think you might be surprised where you might find a class. And if there isn't a class near you, click the Train Online tab and you guys can train with myself and Jet Lawrence online. In fact, this week, if you subscribe on Sunday, May 8th, we're going live inside the app, and Jet is giving away one of his #1 plates that he got for the team for winning the Supercross championship this year, which is pretty awesome. I don't think anybody's ever given away one of their #1 plates. So all you have to do to win for that is be a member of the Moto Academy. All right, so let's see what we're working with here. Blows, just getting such a run in. Crazy the amount of speed that you could carry through a set of whoops if you really commit. Whoever that is, I still don't know. I think that's Swole probably on the left. That's not necessarily poor technique. It's just he didn't commit coming in. And he just chose not to commit. He could have got plenty of speed coming from the line that he did. And look at how easy it looks when you do commit. Now, that's easier said than done, because trust me, I don't commit that way half the time either. Now, this is cool. I love when you see passes being made when riders are kind of parallel to each other. And the contact can be made, right? Like, contact was made a little bit here, but that type of stuff is cool. Carson Brown saw it coming, stands the bike up a little bit to give a little bit of room, but still is fighting for it. Like, that is the cool type of racing that I like to see and I like to be involved in. All right, this is pretty smart by Carson Brown here at 910 on the KTM. So what he does is he slows up just enough and he squares up the turn right in the center of the turn. So that makes it so that 69, gosh darn it, I keep forgetting names, that isn't able to square up and go underneath him. And that's kind of the key to a block pass. If you come in too fast and overshoot the person, they can easily just square up and go right under you, which you've seen Jet Lawrence do quite a bit to guys this year. This is Anderson just getting a crazy run into the whoops. Good footwork by both of these guys in the whoops, watching the heels drop. You know, it's amazing too. And whoops like that are that hard packed, when you don't carry speed in, you just end up spinning. And look at this is a perfect example. This should never happen, by the way. A guy like Webb, he is 3 whoops in when Malcolm Stewart enters them. But Malcolm comes in with so much entry speed, he could probably coast these last 4 whoops. Where right here, you could see Webb is just trying to get speed, gaining speed. And Malcolm is just decelerating and downshifting, getting ready for the corner. All of that is done before you enter the whoops. Oh, and this is an awesome pass by Malcolm on Barsha. Another perfect example of exactly how I'd want to be raced and how I would race guys. So Barsha even thought he was going to get hit, and he doesn't. Malcolm just makes the turn super tight, doesn't even really make contact. Maybe they rub elbows a little bit. Really well done by Malcolm there. Still giving Barsha space. He could have been kind of an a-hole and just kept going straight, but there's no need to do that. I mean, I think it makes it fun, because then the guy's going to respect you also next time he goes by you or attempts to go by you. Okay, so on the gas gear or whatever that is closest to us, hips are locked. So look at the roll in his back, and what that's doing is making him teeter-totter with the bike, and it looks really stiff, really uncomfortable. His arms are pretty straight. That is in fact in flat-footed as well. That's pretty poor whoop technique. And he doesn't, whether he commits to the whoops or not, that technique is not going to allow him to be able to go through those things correctly. Okay, so this is why turn 2 is always my least favorite part of the track. I'm not 100% sure if this was turn 2 or not, but it sure looks like it was. And holy cow, I'm just gonna pause it right here and talk for a second. So when you look at the way, when turn 2, you have to be really smart about the way this is. So Rod Bell is in the lead. Rod Bell is on the cowie all the way at the top of this corner. His options being in the lead are basically one option, which is commit to the very, very top part of the berm and ride the top part of the berm the whole way and do it as fast as possible and hope for the best. I guess option 2 would be know what's coming to the left of you and allow a guy almost to pass you or to get inside of you, because if you sort of give that guy headway and they're nice about it, you can use them as defense to know that you won't get hit by anyone else. What I like to do is I typically am not in first, but so when I'm behind somebody, I like to go into the second turn and put one of my wheels on the outside of their back wheel, and I use them completely for defense. So if somebody else hits them, they're hitting them, and I can still continue to ride around the outside. Now, second bike down in this picture is Harmon. He's on the Honda that's squared, coming kind of down towards us in this screenshot. Harmon should not have done what he did here. I don't know if he did it on purpose or not. It looks like he went to go get on the gas really hard. Maybe the bike spun out more than he thought. But to me, it looked like he was trying to square up the turn. I don't think that's the move. Him squaring up the turn was, if he did it intentionally, is him thinking, oh man, it's just him and I out front, like we got this, which obviously is not the case in turn 2. You have to assume that there's a million bikes behind you, which there was. That was like the equivalent of Stewart squaring up that turn that one time that Dungey T-boned him. I mean, it was kind of the same situation. So Cade here on the far inside, would I have entered that aggressively to turn 2? Yeah, maybe I would have. Because Cade expected Harmon to continue going up towards the Dunlop tough blocks to maybe cut off Rod Bell's front wheel, or to at least ride him high, and it could just give more space altogether in the berm. And Cade, I think, does a pretty good job of making that quick decision to just like pivot hard. Yeah, they make contact. Looks like he does hit Harmon's leg pretty hard, but again, that was Harmon cutting down more than he should have. But turn 2 is just scary. Turn 2 is scary. Okay, now this, comment below. I'm curious to hear your guys' opinions. This is dirty. Rod Bell decelerates, sees who it is, assesses the situation, and then just gets back on the gas and then just elbows him. I mean, you can even see his elbow. I mean, that's a straight up dirty pass. I would have not been happy about that pass personally. But let me know in the comments. All right, now this is a good one. Raper looks over, he knows that he's coming, so he stands the bike up. This is a safe way to get past, and sometimes there's a time and a place to do that. Where if you know the guy behind you in this situation, Politelli was going faster. If you know a guy's going a little bit faster, maybe let them by and try to see where they're going faster and follow them for a little bit instead of getting taken out for no reason. But then again, you don't want to do that with everybody like I do and then make it too easy for everybody. This is a great pass by Marshall. Again, aggressive, yes, but not dirty. Parallel to him. Yes, it was deeper into the turn, right? He hits him probably at the 60% mark in the turn, but he's parallel to his bike by the time he makes contact. So Marshall still tries to, definitely pretty aggressive. But then again too, yeah, I mean, I think that's a great pass. This is a great pass as well. So Rod Bell was basically over it, looks over, stands the bike up, very similar to Raper. Moran's could have been a little more aggressive about it for no reason and just kept going straight, but he didn't. Moran's was cool about this pass, keeps it nice and low, no contact, not even close to it. There's plenty of ways, guys, to make passes without making contact. Plenty of ways. You just have to be a little bit creative about it. All right, here is Mosman about 3 whoops back again. Swole's got to get a little bit of whoop practice in, I think. Yeah, Swole just enters so slow that you can see the bike lighting it up on the 2nd or 3rd whoop. It's still a lot of commitment. I get scared passing guys in whoops because I don't trust that they're going to stay straight. So there's a lot of trust on Mosman's end. And here's the whoop king himself, Craig. And Shimoda's very good at this type of stuff. When Shimoda gets passed, like Jet did it, I think a couple weekends ago in Atlanta, Shimoda's very good at knowing how to get those guys back and throw them off rhythm. And sometimes that's all it takes. If you get passed, don't be afraid to put a wheel in and try to get that guy back in the next turn, even if it's just for a temporary upset of their momentum. And watch, so Craig, the reason Craig's so good, watch his feet. I could watch that clip over and over and over. When you watch his feet in that section, his toes are in, his heels are dropped, and every whoop he hits, that heel drops, and it softens the impact of each whoop, and it puts weight down into the tires so he can get traction. You very, very rarely, actually, Christian Craig, probably less so than anybody else, I've never seen him get sideways in the whoops. It's amazing. Oh, just another mental slip up by Sexton, poor guy. He's so freaking good, and he just makes these little errors. And watch Anderson here, just sees it coming, accelerates more so that the bike will pitch sideways more, and then just braces for impact on Sexton's back tire. I mean, Anderson is just a beast. And Sexton was very lucky that he didn't fall back into the track because Anderson was going pretty fast at that point. Here's Webb attempting to square down, but Sexton does this picture perfect. So what he does is he squares up and slows down just enough to kind of like the Carson Brown situation, to where it doesn't give Webb enough time, enough room to square up and go under him. See how Webb has to sit here and wait and then go. If Webb was able to square up and go immediately, it would have been an easy pass back. But because of that little delay and that hesitation, Webb isn't able to make that pass back. So anytime you guys are driving it in on the inside of somebody, don't go too gung-ho, because if you blow right by them, you're now leaving the door open underneath you completely. So just know that you being on the inside, you have the control whether you want to go slower and make them try to go around you, and then you can go faster, right? You have control of that corner. All right, guys, so that's the pass breakdown from Denver. I'm gonna go take a nap. I'm getting winded. I've gotta have COVID. I feel like I've gotta have COVID. I don't know. I tested negative, but I am just like, I can't even take a deep breath. Apologize for me looking like a caveman. And yep, I'll see you next video. Make sure you guys subscribe. Brand new channel. It's been doing well so far, so appreciate all of your guys' support. Albert, out. Toodaloo. Ah.